run down around Milford Gulch.
Yeah, if they don't head for the river.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's kicky. Nice, nice. Love it.
Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Set it up. I don't know what else to do.
Now you're doing it. You're doing it. Wait.
I'm not going to wait. I don't want any more.
What do you think this is? A movie camera? A nice close-up of the big fat hat. I got an idea.
What?
I think it's about time you fix the king a little lunch.
I think you're right.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll have 4 omelets.
Listen.
Yeah, it sounds like Wild Mustang.
Yeah?
I gotta get this.
Out of here. I'll see you later at the barn.
TV land.
Ever since people's cross-section from Oral B.
Helena? Well, Kevin's holding his own. Why don't you sit in the waiting room? I think you'd be more comfortable there.
Oh, yes, thank you.
It's right down the hall. I'll let you know if I hear anything.
Okay, thank you.
Poor little tyke.
Yeah. What do we hear?
Some good tire prints. A motorcycle there, 400 by 19s.
Oh, it's a heavy bike.
And there were horse tracks all around. Some steel shod, some without. Could have been someone running a wild herd.
Well, we picked this up right about where we found Kevin Wallach. There's a bunch more camera equipment back by the camper. This thing here looked like it'd been run over by the sickle.
What do you suppose we have? Some Mustangers who panicked when they saw somebody taking a picture?
Could be.
Maybe we got ourselves a picture of a Mustanger.
And maybe a murderer. Not that there's much difference.
Which one of you shot that dude?
One of us? You think one of us did it? I mean, we thought it was you.
You thought wrong.
Yeah, I guess we did at that. Must have been Happy or Wilbur then. That camera was bad news. That fella showed them pictures to the sheriff. We'd been in heavy trouble. Sort of like getting your picture took holding up a liquor store.
This county thinks a lot of its sheriff. A man called Cade. You know him, Ewell?
But I spent some drunk time in his jail. Never saw Cade, though.
Met a prospector, said he saw Macho north a ways, near Gold Peak.
Gold Peak, huh?
My price still holds on him.
On my way. I can be there by first light.
And Mule, no Mustanging. Until you check out Gold Peak. I don't care how big the herd is.
Yes, sir. I understand, Mr. Mitty. It's Macho you want.
Yeah, it's Macho I want.
Orderly, room 206. Orderly, room 206.
Still breathing, Sam. Well, you make it sound temporary.
No prognosis, thank you. You could go either way. Here's your souvenir.
From how deep this bullet went, can you tell the firing distance?
It had to be more than 200 yards. Any closer would have gone right through. Look, Sam, I have to find Mrs. Wallach.
No, she's in the waiting room.
Dr. Ganby, stat and receiving. Dr. Ganby.
Sam, would you...
Yeah, no, I knew I was going to talk to her anyway.
He'll be in recovery. No visiting yet.
Helena, Kevin is out of surgery. You can see him just as soon as he comes out of recovery, okay?
Oh, I'm ashamed.
Why? I mean, for crying? Oh, come on now. That's nothing to be ashamed of, Ilona.
I was sitting here feeling sorry for myself. Kevin's in there fighting for his life, and I sit here scared to death because I've never been away from home before and because I don't know anybody in Madrid except you and 2 deputies.
Oh, no, wait a minute. You may know more people than you think. You may have more friends than you think. You know, Rudy spoke to his sister, and she'd like you to stay with her until Kevin's out of the hospital. Oh.
No, but I'm okay. It's silly, I'm over it.
It's all settled.
Thank you. It's just that Kevin's always been there. I mean, I've known him since I was 5 years old. We've gone together since 7th grade. Never been anybody else in my whole life.
How much do you remember, Helena, of what went on out there?
I heard the shot.
And what else did you hear?
Horses. A lot of them.
What about a motorcycle?
No. Maybe. I saw some men.
On horseback?
Yes. 1 or 2, maybe. I don't remember. Why did they try to kill him? For taking snapshots.
They're Mustangers. It's a very serious offense around here. And those snapshots that you say, they might mean 1 year to life imprisonment for those men.
But Kevin never intended anybody any harm.
Now, come on. There's nothing for you to worry about or think about, just Kevin. We're here to help, so you just, you use us if you need us.
Sam, he can't die. He just can't die.
A lot of mileage left in those tires.
No, I want to know where they're heading.
They're a popular brand. They'll fit lots of bikes.
A lot won't do, J.J. We got to narrow it down. I want the name of every dealer in the state. No, wait a minute. I want the name of every dealer in the state who handles them.
Save that for the bad guy.
Who are the bad guys? You know, the time was people would go camping in this county without being shot at, that's for sure.
Well, if it's time was that you want to swap, time was when you could ride 2 hours out of Madrid here and see 4 or 5 herds of wild Mustang running free and pretty without any relay riders chasing after them to drive them into the cannon factory.
You know, whoever took these knows how to handle a camera.
You got a face?
Well, just that one and a partial. They're both the same guy.
Any more negative than this?
We have about 8 more that'll print up, but those are the only ones with riders.
If I'm not mistaken, those eyes were house guests here one night.
Eyes?
I got the right man. He was wearing a full beard.
Why's the name you come to mind?
Well, it could be a nickname, you know.
D&D's, I think.
Well, why don't we look him up? Mule. Frank Mule Mueller. You were right about the drunk and disorderly.
Yeah, charged along with Happy Tillotson.
Pete, how close was the camera when those pictures were taken?
Well, he used a 50-millimeter lens. I'd say 30, 40 feet at the most.
Oh, well, then we just got a Mustanger or two. Not an attempted murder.
How do you figure that out?
Well, the report said that the bullet traveled at least 200 yards.
Lookout, maybe?
Yeah. He saw Kevin Wallach with a camera. He shot him.
So how do we play it? APB on Mueller and this Tillotson?
No, you'll spook whoever did the shooting to set him to running.
You know, most of these Mustangs are small time, you know. They hit and run, 6 to 8 horses at a time.
Right off the range into the pet food cannery.
I wonder who's buying. You suppose they're taking them across the border?
Sam, I think I know where I can get an answer to if we can get the county to spring for a 60-mile round trip.
Well, J.J., that would mean $7.50.
Well, take it out of my
pension.
Father Segovia's got to be over 90. My grandmother dated him before he went into the priesthood. He doesn't act a day over 70, he's fit as a fiddle.
He's quite a man, huh? Hey, listen, you drive, will you? J.J., I'm beat.
You know, there wasn't hardly any Anglo kids around here when he first put up his church. That's when they found out that Padre meant father.
Oh, they started calling him Papa, right?
Yeah. You get the brake tree line on this thing?
Just drag your feet if we have to stop, J.J. We'll make out all right.
When you get the brakes fixed, you ought to get that gearbox straightened out, too.
I can remember how it was done in the old days. The manada, the herd of horses. No man could catch them. So they would do what they called,
Relays, Papa.
Yeah, see?
Right.
One man would ride, the second would wait. Yeah. With 3 men, it was possible to box a Mustang in the canyon. Sit down.
We think that's what this bunch is doing, Papa.
Muy primitivo. Today, they chase him with a heli chopper.
Well, this is probably a very small operation, you know, 1 van load of horses at a time.
Yeah, they're probably moving them during off hours and nobody will notice.
Yeah. What about the Pecos Cannery? They sell horse meat as pet food, don't they?
Yeah, and they still they do.
Oh.
Where are they getting the horses?
Wild horses are almost extinct in this valley and the hills for 10 years. Maybe more. But still, they are rancher supplying.
Oh, well, we'd better get moving. Thank you for your time, Papa Segovia.
Bueno. Vayan con Dios.
Thank you, Papa. Oh, by the way, J.J. was telling me that you were kind of sweet on his grandmother before you entered the priesthood.
Grandmother?
Yeah.
No, hi. It was your mother.
Citizens of TV land, stay tuned. Fight for yourself.
You page Dr. Ganby for me.
Sam. I think Kevin Wallach's going sour on me. But he's conscious now, and I figure he deserves a shot at telling you anything you might know.
Well, what room is he in?
104. Keep it to a minute, Sam. File that for me, please. Dr. Ganby, give me an outside line.
Kevin. Deputy says you're some photographer. But you didn't get a picture of the man on the bike, did you?
What?
Yeah. Was he too far away?
Helena. Have you talked with Helena? What's going to happen to her, Sam?
She's going to be fine, just fine. Kevin, you have no idea who shot you. No idea at all.
I heard. What's going to happen?
Nurse.
Did you talk to him?
Yes. Did you?
A couple of times. He just keeps dropping off.
Hey, Lona.
Yeah.
You said that you saw some riders. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, now here's a picture that was taken by your husband. Now, this is a picture taken from our files of the same man, but in this one he has a beard, you see. Right? Now, this is a picture of a man named Happy Tillotson. This man could have been with those riders the day your husband was shot.
I don't know.
Nothing. Well, don't worry about it. Rudy getting you all squared away?
Yeah.
Good.
Your sister's been very nice. Sam, all this is going to cost a lot of money, and I'd like to get a job here in Madrid. I mean, Kevin's going to be here a long time, and I...
Yeah, well, what work have you done?
Well, I've waited tables.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take this to Mr. John Kilroy. He's over at the steakhouse. You know where that is, don't you? And you give it to him, and I'll call him before you're there. Right?
Thank you, Sam.
Now, listen, don't you try paying Rudy and his sister for what they're doing, because they don't expect anything. You hear?
Okay, thank you.
No match on the tires there, J.J. Those were 425 by 18s.
Did you get a load of that? My old grandmother used to always say, a man this thick, he's seen everything.
You sure when your mama said that?
Sam Cade had a big mouth.
How about it, J.J.? You want to pack it in and get something to eat? Been out here half a day, only seen 3 bikes.
Yeah, I expect. Rudy probably please.
Well, I hope you're not checking mufflers, Deputy.
No, sir. We're just checking.
You always carry this thing with you?
Yeah, why? Is there a law against it?
Well, I just wondered what you want to use it for.
Well, my name is Minty, Deck Minty. Maybe you've heard of me.
No, I can't say they have.
Hey, that thing isn't loaded, is it?
No, I'll show you. I got me an axe.
Yeah, well, you better watch out how you handle that thing.
Okay. Oh, that sure was dumb. Dumb. I never in the world thought there was a cartridge in that chamber.
It's okay, folks. Just a little accident's all. It's all right.
I'm supposed to be a professional. I'm supposed to be a doggone expert with this rifle. I sure do apologize.
Well, I guess there was no harm done.
Well, I'm glad of that.
Did you get anything off those tires?
Nope, wrong size.
In fact, we ought to be grateful he didn't pick off the mayor. Hey, what's this about you riding this machine in rodeos?
Well, that's right. Been doing it now for about 6 years.
I'd like to hear about it. Care to have a cup of coffee with us?
My pleasure.
I've got the minis out pretty good, Mr. Gilroy.
Good. You keep the coffee cups filled and you're halfway home to a satisfied customer. Oh, Helena.
Yes, sir.
I want you to remember that if the hospital calls, you just take right off. You can explain later.
Thank you.
There you go. You're on the payroll.
After Wyoming, we took the act to the Calgary Stampede. Was different, flashy. You know, roping a steer from a motorcycle. My brother did his bit, mounted, but personally, I don't have any use for horses. I'd rather saddle a Brahma.
That's quite a machine you got out there.
Yeah. I put in a lot of losing time as a kid on horses, so I switched to motorcycles. Oh, and that's my kid brother. Loved horses. Loved them. Loved all the outdoors.
Going with you in town?
No. We saw this big black stallion last April. Owen thought that it might jazz up the act, so we caught him.
Knowing the law?
One lousy horse. Come on, a lot of operations all over this territory. They're just selling those animals for dog food.
We'll keep on, Mr. Minnie.
We even had a name for him. Macho. Owen was going to break him, except it turned out the other way around. Third time up, that stud bucked Owen into the rail. My kid brother racked up for life.
What'd you say the name was?
Macho. Mucho virilidad. You know, strong. It fit. We thought it'd look good on the posters.
Well, there you are. I guess we was wrong, Arlo. That fellow must have been telling the truth when he said a man gave him a 10 for spotting that wild stallion.
What man are you talking about, Deputy?
Mule, I think. Yeah, Mueller. Who else did you make that offer to?
Drifters, you know, a couple of hippies, prospectors, a lot of people in this territory, Deputy.
Them 10s are hard to come by, Mr. Minnie.
Not with these. Deck Mini, that's the name. This is the reason.
Well, we gotta get going. We'll see you.
Figured you'd be giving him the key to the city any minute there.
You did you?
Yeah.
You know, he fired that rifle on purpose. He wanted us to run that slug through ballistics. Same as he wanted us to see if the tires didn't match our plaster cast. Hey, you owe me $1.10 for lunch.
Miss?
Yes, sir. Sir, is there anything I can get you? Did you want anything?
Yes, well, would you get me another beer, please?
Of course.
I don't know. You're crediting this Minty with an awful lot of good planning, J.J.
Well, credit where credit's due.
What do you think, Arlo?
Well, he talks real smooth, but I got to throw him on J.J. The man's a professional with that rifle, and he wasn't making no mistake.
Yeah.
He probably got the original tires off that bike hid somewhere along with the rifle he used on the Wallach boy.
So he is our man. Where's our case?
TV Land, take me away.
Up next, more TV Land drama as Gage and DeSoto come to the rescue in Emergency.
This does it. If Dexter Minty checked out any cleaner, we'd have to build a statue for him. No arrests, not even a moving traffic violation.
Anything else?
He was staying over at the old Barker Ranch, not far from Rimrock.
I just talked to the hospital up in Pueblo. Owen Minty's a patient there. He's paralyzed.
Sam, just got the ballistics report. That slug we cut out of the signboard don't match the one that Dr. Ganby took out of Kevin Wallach.
You called it, J.J.
I don't know. Minty's got a rifle, we know that, and a motorcycle. I don't see how it ties him up to Kevin Wallach.
Now, look here, Rudy. Minty jumped like a scalded dog when I dropped Mule's name. Now, somebody put those bike tracks around Kevin Wallach's body. How many acres do you suppose there are in that Rimrock Canyon area?
Around 2,000, 3,000.
And I'd have to say that Deck Minty and Frank Mueller were on one of those 2,000 acres when the Wallach boy was shot.
That's a guess, not evidence.
We're not in court yet, Rudy.
If Minty was after Wallach, what's it got to do with Mustanging?
The Rodeo Association tells me that Deck Minty hasn't worked in 6 months. Now, what is he using for money?
Selling Mustangs?
Or card games?
Card games, huh? Deck Minty has done a pretty fair job of filling in the holes.
There's a warrant out on you, Mule.
Me? For what?
Sheriff Cade figures you're the one that killed that dude.
Me? But I didn't do it.
You're lucky. I'm the kind of man feels an obligation for anybody that works for me. Here's 200. That ought to hold you over till things cool off. Now head north. Keep to the back country. Try to get some sleep. Try that old line shack near Skull Valley.
But, Minty, I didn't have it.
Move. Cade's about a half step behind me.
And it was Mule that shot the guy.
Yeah, it looks that way.
You know something? I figured it was you.
No, Maria, it's just a torn tendon. You can pick him up in an hour.
Yeah. Let's take care of this one, will you?
You wanted to tell me something?
I lost him. Kevin Wallach.
Where's his wife?
Still in his room.
Okay.
I guess knowing he was coming helped spread out the grief. It's just absolute finality of it all.
Helena, my sister Gloria said you're welcome to stay as long as you need to. You hear?
Yes. Thank you.
Papa Segovia called in. He said a truck went around one of the back roads a few minutes ago. Okay. I'll take care of it. You stay with her. Sure, Sam.
department. JJ?
Yeah. Oh, hello, Sam.
Oh, J.J., listen, I want you to get a hold of the state police and send them over to Pecos plant. There should be a van showing up there very soon.
Mustang?
Yeah, that's what I figure.
Sam, you know you and me could be there inside an hour.
Listen, J.J., I have a lot of other things to do. Kevin Wallach just died. So now we have a Mustanger and a murderer.
That's you.
The $10 bill. You told Cade I gave it to you.
No, I never saw Cade.
I can't depend on what you'll tell him next.
Here's Mr. JJ.
Now, what is it? Sundown's been hollering something about a body.
Me and Jack just seen some buzzards over an old line shack above Arroyo Road. Yeah, you let an old turkey buzzard smell a little blood and he follow his nose anywhere. It's Frank Mueller, J.J.
You sure?
Yeah, looks like he got himself bushwhacked. Hey, his rifle's been fired, too, so we'll poke around some, see what he hit.
Yeah, what's your 1020? I'll get the coroners rolling.
It's about 0.8 miles south of State 19 on Arroyo Road. Hey, J.J., the state police pick up on that truck down by Pecos?
No, somebody must have spooked him.
Blame shame.
Sheriff's office.
Harlow, Kevin Wallach just died. I didn't think you'd know. I gotta go. Sam's checking in.
Yeah, 3 out. Poor fellow. You know what Minnie's gonna say when he finds out we didn't make it all the way to Pecos, don't you?
I can imagine. It's a cowhand and an old pickup towing a horse and trailer.
You'd be Happy Tillotson, right? Well, I ran into Mule. He said he could use an extra hand.
Sit down.
And what you haven't told me is who does the paying.
Mister, up to a couple of hours ago, I didn't even know you was alive.
He did.
No, what does that mean?
Madrid jail about a year ago last August. You and Mule were drying out in the cell opposite mine. Well, you didn't have a beard then. Mule did.
He's right.
Then why don't you give him a trophy?
If you're from around these parts, it isn't likely you know the boss. Because he's,
Happy?
well, ain't no big deal, Wilbur. If I want to mention a name, I will. Anyhow, he, worked up north mostly from what I can figure. Mule did all...
And the word is
We don't mention his name. Remember? Now, I ain't never spent no time in jail with that joker. And even if I had, that don't change our arrangement. Now, who we work for, we don't cross. No way. You got that? Y'all sleep real good now. You hear?
TV.
Take a look at this.
Got the microscope all set up. If you'd like to see the ballistics match.
We'll take your word for it, Pete.
So Mueller shot Kevin Wallach and then got himself killed, huh?
It doesn't leave us much unless we want to try a dead man.
You know what hangs me up? Mueller's print should have been all over the barrel and stock of that rifle.
Maybe he just cleaned it.
Or somebody wiped it clean.
Well, I'll tell you this. If someone did wipe it clean, he forgot one thing. We got a beauty of a thumbprint off one of the shell casings.
Not Frank Mueller's?
Nope. We're running it down now.
Well, let's see that stud horse macho.
Where?
Just over the ridge at Three Trees Canyon.
Oh, what's the deal?
Well, the boss got a burr under his saddle about this one Mustang. Calls him macho. And he's willing to pay and pay good to the man who...
keep mouthing off, or you gonna go get the boss?
I want to go get him.
Ain't had nothing but coffee all day.
Well, I sure got to hand it to Deck Minty. He bought an awful lot of loyalty for very little money. Yeah. Oh, I knew he was after the horse. But I needed somebody to testify about the Mustang.
You're Cade, ain't you?
Three Trees Canyon, huh?
Got to make off that print on the rifle cartridge. Deck Minty. We've got to get out to the Barker Ranch. Where's Arlo?
I expect you'd be taking Kevin home now, huh?
No. Neither one of us got anything to go back for. Kevin loved his town. People, country. You know, Arlo, I don't think there are many places like Madrid anymore. You know, with people like Sam Cade and you and JJ and Rudy. Kevin would have appreciated everything. I know I do. Yeah. I think we'll stay.
We spotted him over me. Macho.
So tell me.
North into Three Trees Canyon. It's right near that old corral. I'd offer to show you, but I figured you'd like to do that for yourself.
Yeah, you're probably thirsty.
Hey, Dollface. Let's start the celebration off with a beer.
I thank you for the coffee, Mr. Kilroy.
Forget it, Arlo, anytime.
Arlo, there's a man here. I think he's one of the men I saw the day Kevin was shot.
outside. Nothing out back except that stuck truck. And we just had a buzz.
Yeah, I seen them. Wherever they went, they're horsebacking. That yahoo out there wouldn't tell us nothing.
I was just gonna say, sundown flashed us. Harlow picked up Happy Tillotson. Deck Minty's on his way to Three Trees Canyon.
And what are we doing here? Show. I didn't think you could still sit a horse like that.
Now stay tuned for more TV Land drama in the heart of Los Angeles from executive producer Jack Webb on Emergency, coming up next.
This is not your